Hey YouTube, I actually feel a little bit better now. Um, my family and my mom are just being like homophobic monsters, man. Like I'm starting to think all this that I'm going through is kind of based in like homophobia or like my mom. Jesus. Anyway, I have a bit of wisdom I would like to share, and that is I understand the nature of like drama or like negativity that people are really keyed into these days, and it's I mean, some of it is really destructive, but a lot of it is what I don't know if you guys know, like the gay guys, they be like, "Ooh, girl, that's messy," and messy means like you do stuff that unnecessary foolishness that makes people upset, or like it's like if you had a friend who was messy, that means like your friend will like hook up two people that they know are not going to get along, and then when they, maybe they are initially attracted to each other or something, and the interaction doesn't work out, it's like, they're like sit back like, ooh, here come the fireworks, and then somebody be like, bitch, you messy, like that's totally unnecessary. You know what you was doing, you was perpetrating a fraud and like just a mess, like unnecessary, you know. So when people do stuff like that, they're trying to like hijack the show. You know what I mean? They're trying to, they have in their mind some elaborate like foolishness that they want to convey that really devalues the, like say like you're a fashion designer or something, and you got your designs, you got your your like me, I have my initial, but then somebody's like, well, I want to do this or I want to do that, and da, 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 but they don't get the right materials, you know what I mean? Their whole thing is like this or that, and then you really don't get much done in terms of, because you have your fashion design, you have your stuff ready, you're like, well, shit, it may not be the goddamn runway show of the century, but we can put some girls up on the stage. You know what I mean? Like they can walk up and down. You know what I mean? And I've got a look. You know what I mean? And then this is the first one, so I do it 5 times, and hopefully by number 5, and even then, I want to sell this stuff. I want, so it's 30. How about that? No, no, we just gonna do it like that. Well, I told you that, and and they totally take away from your fashion design and make it about, well, I said, and it was supposed to be, because see, that's not, and then see the makeup, we don't have and you're like, well, all we got to do is put them in the clothes, get them some shoes, and the girls could walk. you know we'll see what kind of reviews we get on Yelp. Say, well, listen, sorry ladies, the show started on time. It was as ghetto fabulous as we could do. Okay. But could you come back next year? Could you come back next season? They be like, oh, bitch, well, step your game up. But yeah, it was cute, ghetto and shit, but it was cute, like something like that, But they have hijacked your whole fashion show for their drama, for their foolishness, and then took the focus off the fact that you just starting out, you trying to get your fashion, and then they got you looking crazy. So then, being as though you looking crazy, now you mad and argue with them. You feel less than about what you have put forth, and instead of being able to focus on, well, I like my aesthetic here, but maybe I could change it a little bit there, or get this a little tighter here, or this really worked. I'm gonna do this next time, but I'm gonna take my time and do it a little nicer, because now I know how to do it. So it's gonna be a little bit of tighter fit or silhouette or this or that like this, you know. And that's the important part. But no, that's not what you focused on. You focused on the messy shit. Like, bitch, you got me fucked up. This look crazy. Oh, hell no. You don't know how to sew, you basic bitch. You just came up in here, threw a couple of fucking t-shirts with some, and pinned the goddamn shit on there. Oh, no, ho. You the one that got us the bad reviews. Girl, I put everybody in them seats. I got all these ratchet hoes up in, this type of foolishness, and got you looking crazy, And now all you can focus on is why you upset. bickering and fussing and fighting, and the whole shit of what was, your point of reference, what you trying to associate with your name and things like that. They done tarnished your whole shit. They like, oh, it was unprofessional and ratchet. They was fighting backstage. The girls was in chaos. Like the fashion show, and the fashion show was, it was good. The clothes, I like the design, but they kind of, anyway, and that's what I've been experiencing a lot of. Like, like I've been trying real hard, and I've been, I don't really have much, but I've decided that I'm not gonna let that stop me from even just attempting. I would say like trying, to make something, not of myself, but like, kind of fulfill some of my dreams or anything like that, But that's not what this post is about. This post is gonna be about a little bit of a Black Lives Matter rant. I was just kind of like thinking out loud about um, I was thinking out loud about this guy. I don't know, cause like Black Lives Matter really depresses me, like really, really bad, because it's like a bad omen to me. I'm like, but what is this epidemic of, And it's funny because it's not a new thing. You know what I mean? Like Black Lives Matter, the Underground Railroad, the Middle Passage. That's colonized brutality against indigenous people and people of color, specifically Africans. For thousands of years, since I'm not a historian, so I don't, that's why sometimes I get mad at the Afrocentrics because they want to nitpick at all this, and, that's just, well, with a base I know that, the Middle Passage had like hella violence, when we got here, even the initial process of like learning English with the, your name is Kunta Kinte, King Kunta, that's what Kunta Kinte, they was trying to beat the identity of a colonized mindset, and not like, oh, let me sit down and teach you English, and let's have a no, they beat the shit out of LeVar Burton in the movie Roots, and that's what everybody cut the King Kunta, that's what Kunta is, Kunta Kinte, So but they, it was a violent process, and then the Underground Railroad, which trips me out the most, which is where you're like, okay, let's logic hour, let's break down the Underground Railroad. The Underground Railroad is such that you have Africans who have been enslaved in America, okay? And then they say, oh my goodness, I was picking the cotton or making the lemonade or doing whatever, what have you. I messed up, but then, whatever. I picked too much cotton too fast or too slow, or I'm not even gonna make a joke there because I don't know, And then like, we gotta beat that nigga. We gotta beat that nigger. We gotta beat him. Pop, 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 pop. Okay, and I'm sure there was so much more to that story than that, for just a little infraction of the law. You didn't have an ounce of marijuana. You had a roach. Now you're in jail. With rapists and murderers. So anyway, that was the Underground Railroad, so they're like, okay, well, we had a horrible time on the plantation today. Well, I heard there's this lady, and she's like Moses from the Bible, you know what I mean? She's gonna take us out of the bondage of Egypt, like it say in the Bible, and we're gonna go to a land of milk and honey. Well, at least Boston, you know what I mean? We're gonna go to New Jersey, we're gonna go to New York City. You know what I'm saying? They got marijuana and Josephine Baker in New York City. Let's go. I'm like, let's go. Okay, so they're like, first of all, somebody just got, whipped or whatever the night before, the day before is what happens, right? So you get up and you go, Then the white slave owners, they're like, I don't know if they had an alarm clock or they're up at night, their wives are in bed, their children are in the nursery, and they're like, oh my goodness, I've got 50 slaves on the plantation and 5 of them just ran up the street. Let's go after them, in the middle of the night. And then I had another thought. So I'm like, okay, well, this is like older America. So they weren't like running up and down the highway or nothing. They were like, through the woods, like over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. You know, so I'm like, that's a goddamn horror movie. You know, and so people are like running through the woods, scared of, you know, a hockey mask and a machete and shit. I'm like, no, no, that was really happening to black folks. They're sitting here, you know, ducking through fucking trees and shit, like, oh, and they hear, you know, dogs and shotguns in the distance. I'm like, bitch, excuse me. First of all, you're having a goddamn full-on anxiety attack because you hear shotguns and then the guy beat your ass yesterday. Second of all, I'm trying to get away from you. You've been abusing the shit out of me. At least let me go. Like if you're not gonna treat me right, I mean, we can fight, we can argue, but if you're abusing me and I don't want to stay here, that don't make no sense. You know, like that's a psychedelic because there's something they call Stockholm syndrome, where like somebody who's being abused begins to love their abuser. Well, there's something the opposite, where the abuser can't understand I am treating somebody in a completely inhumane way. Okay, they don't want to stay. You know, so it's like, okay, well shit, you know, you got other slaves, what, you don't want them? No, I want the ones that got away, you know. So they're running through the woods or whatever, you know, and then they either take them back. I'm sure they would get some type of beating again, or probably killed, you know. So they ran away because you wanted, and you wouldn't, so then you would kill them while they are, you know, instead of having that. I don't understand. I don't comprehend that. Okay, but that's like classic brutality. Classic. That's old brutality of America. You know. Excuse me. And before I go any further, okay, let's not even go there. Okay, well, even in Syria right now, there is conflict all over the world, North and South Korea. Okay, it is what it is. You know, now you forgive and you don't forget. It's not, but I'm so sick of people acting like this country is trash or treating this country like trash. When look at my little hut. You know, I have lost damn near everything I own, but look at this nice shit I got. This is some nice stuff. You know, that's one thing I don't like, ungrateful bastard stuff. You know, I'm like, oh, my life is so. My life ain't that bad. Shit, excuse me. No, it's not. That's why I'm mad at my mom. Because I'm like, Mom, you have destroyed my life. I have lost everything I own. I've got $10,000, $5,000 in credit debt of stuff I no longer possess. But I got me a little something, something. You know, I got a little, and I told her that. Do you think that touched her heart for her to act like she got some sense and to help me to get back to where I was 1 year ago of my own power? No, sir. No, sir, she didn't. Exactly the opposite. So of all the love and the best friendy, you know, stuff that me and my mom, you know, despite every bit of foolishness and abuse and messy and loud, wrong, farting, burping, you know, just a mess, you know, just a complete mess, a lovable mess. I'll be goddamned. I told her, sweetheart, you have flushed it down the toilet, okay? You sat it out, not even in the recycle, okay? It was covered in dog shit, so I couldn't even take it to the dry cleaners. Baby girl, that's can't do it no more, okay? I'm always gonna love you as my mom, if you can, you know. So I'm gonna, and I only have one mother, but I'm the type of person, sweet, fruity, petite, whatever. I'm like Jada Pinkett in the Low Down Dirty Shame. There are certain things that you can do to somebody in a relationship that it's like there is nothing you can say, there is nothing you can do. You can be Tyson Beckford, you can be Gabrielle Union, you can be goddamn Holly Berry and Tyra Banks, baby. You can be Shamar Moore in some Speedos, and you get to cutting up in a certain way with me, and it'd be a little, this is the little disrespect, this little bit of disrespect is the one thing that I don't like. So if I told you I don't like this and you willy-nilly and it would not, I said, well baby, listen, if you don't want me, then don't talk to me. I done tried and tried and tried, but the love I have inside has died. That's what Fantasia, and she started screaming. I had to take it there because I'm tired. Oh yeah, Fantasia. Woo! No, no. So, you know, I'm sorry. Get to preaching, but like I said, the Black Lives Matter is just, you know, it's the kind of violence that has been. But this is some new stuff. You know, this is new. This is like, this is not right, because the one that's sticking out in my head is, like I said, is there's so many Black Lives Matter cases these days that it's becoming like a trend, and I'm like, and this last one is horrifying. First of all, I'm like, okay, well, let's set the stage. Okay, so this guy got shot 20 times. Okay, and then this other guy shot 16 people. Okay, so when this guy who was in his own backyard, the comfort of his own home, okay, got shot 20 times. First of all, if you're trying to even restrain or contain or I don't know what the word is, someone, for some reason, you shoot him one time in the kneecap, boom, you can't go nowhere, you can do a warning shot, pop, pop, don't move no more, but when you shoot somebody 20 times, that's blood clot murder. That's Nazi Europe, Gestapo murder. With a German Luger. That's what that is. Because even a murderer, on the block, pop, pop, I shot him, I popped him in the head, bow, you dead. But you shoot a motherfucker 20 times, that's what they say, Swiss cheese. And that to me means they're robbing a bank. They got a mask on and fucking M16 guns and shit, shooting up 16 people in a school. And then this guy, he shot up 16 people. He's walking down the road, and they just grab him up and say, come on, son, we gotta take you, and maybe you'll get the death penalty. Really, America? So I'm like, is this gonna be a trend? Like are like 10 people? Because I was watching Drake's video, because like I said, I'm brokenhearted right now. I'm like, God damn it, Drake. Chris Humphries, your personality sucks. But his brother's been talking to me like, no, he just needs a minute. Like, he's always been antisocial. Like, I'm the wild one, whatever. I'm like, oh, well, thanks, man. But because that's how it was before. Like, he just kept doing weird shit. He's like, I can't talk, but I can text message. And I lost my iPhone, and we stopped text messaging. And I was like, I really like this person. And I'm like, why is it that I can't find somebody that I like that wants to spend time with me, that I have anxiety right now, and I want somebody to talk to me and appreciate me and, say, don't have anxiety. Hey, baby, don't have anxiety. No, let's sit here and watch Naruto. Let's not have no sex, not suck this or put this and that anus or that penis or none of that. Let's sit here and cuddle and watch Naruto in the comfort of your own little home, and that's it and that's all. In some American Eagle socks and drawers and some goddamn. I got some new joggers. I got these cute new joggers, these camouflage joggers from TJ Maxx. They're just the cheap. I love these new joggers or whatever. So, I'm like, damn, that would really calm me right now. So I'm not having all this crazy anxiety, or my support animal, which my mom is just like, So, I was watching, so I was like, oh, well, this is the best Drake song, because I'm like, because I'm a good girl and I know it. Because you're a good girl and you know it. You act so different. I'm like, oh, Drizzy. Woo, Drizzy. Yeah, I'm going to be good. I ain't be out there cutting up like no puta. No, Drizzy. I'm gonna be chilling. But if you watch the video is about some really pretty girl. She's like Blasian. She's like Japanese, black Japanese girl, look like Chanel Iman, and she's like princess. She's like got on like La Perla, like expensive lingerie, and she's getting ready in her boudoir and stuff. And somebody come in and put a and then grab her up, and they using her as a hostage, because at the beginning they like some type of junior mafia cartel or whatever, trap boys, but they like it's ASAP, ASAP he like Balenciaga and like Christian Dior, his fashion killer with him and Rihanna. He's super expensive, but he bad as hell, so he like Nino Brown, New Jack City or whatever, like. You know what I mean? Like Biggie Smalls, Versace glasses or whatever, but they sipping Cristal in the VIP, but they the like with the I don't know, I don't get into all that, but I know what the reference was or whatever. And you know, so then Drake's like, but they trying to kidnap her because she's Drake's main squeeze or whatever, you know. His wife, the love of his life, you know. Didn't he don't have no side chicks, you know. And so she gets snatched up, you know, and it's like they raped her or something, or they was trying to rape her, or, you know, cut her up, or beat her up in a chair or something. I don't know why people do shit like that. Actually, the video was kind of horrifying, and then they all pull up in a black SUV truck, and they've got like hella guns, because the whole thing is like Metal Gear Solid, like, and they blow up the whole goddamn thing, and then what happened? But one of them is a traitor. You know, there's the white guy. And he was like, no, he's a rat. That's a snake. He set the whole thing up. He the reason why your girl got kidnapped. And I was like, ooh. But if you watch it, you'll see it. And then before they go do the massacre, they shoot him. You know, right before they shoot him, and they go and start blazing. You know, and I was like, oh God. Cause I was like, that's what I'm talking about. I was like, no, Drake, no. You know, just shooting out the place, like it just killed everybody. Cause that really happened, but it was only one person. You know, so I'm like, oh well, yeah, that I'm paranoid of some shit I just seen, and that was on the fucking news. You know, so I'm like, no, like no, you know. And then you know, and then the 600 people Mandalay Bay shooting, you know, and then the NRA, you know, and then they had the Klan, you know, marching with like tiki torches, and I'm like, you know, I'm like, no, listen, sweetie, like, I'm not here for the foolishness, like, y'all sit down, you know, like, because America, like, this new shit, people just cutting up and popping off and flash mobs and shit, I'm like, I'm not here for this foolishness, like, y'all not gonna fuck up my country, you know what I mean, like, I just went to the dollar store, man, Five Below, shit, TJ Maxx, man, they got Amazon, and then Amazon.com. Man, that's why I'm so mad at my mom, because I had the nicest, but I didn't even have no expensive stuff. I didn't have no Marvel Legends. You know, Marvel Legends, even the Guardians of the Galaxy Marvel Legends, they have a whole series. You know, the whole thing comes out and they cost $20 a pop. So to get the whole thing, 2, 4, 6, 8, it's $100. $100 on Marvel Legends? No, sweetie. I'm going to go to Walmart. I'm going to get me some vegetables, you know. I'm going to get me this right here, you know. She got me a brand new notebook so I can write some of my poetries. What is that? $4.99. Is you out of your mind? So we got good shit all up and through, man. Look at this little African. I got this from the thrift store. This is from the thrift store. This is where I keep my passport and my mom took my passport. She stole that from me because she said I don't deserve to go nowhere. So I got, you know, I've got my social security card, because you always got to know where that's at if you get a job. I got my birth certificate, you know, it's my birth certificate, you know, because I'm very organized. I'm a very organized person. This is one of my paintings, you know, and then I can put my my Amazon tablet, you know, it's like a little African, you know, little chic thing, you know. It's just some little stuff, but it was the thrift store. This was at a good thrift store, because you know you could find. Look at that. Ain't that fancy? And this is African pattern. Ain't that fancy? That is fancy dancy. That is expensive. You know, it was like $4.99, $3.49, and then the lady gave me a discount. She asked me to paint her table. You know, as I said, I'm a painter. You know, she said, you don't paint, boy. I said, look, let me show you. I'm not gonna tell you I do something I can't show you. Let me show you. I paint. I pulled up my phone, do. This is all of the paintings I lost, you know, that my mom threw away, but I got pictures of them, thank God, you know. And she was like, oh boy, you can paint. Well, shoot, we got the paint. We got the table. You just got the paint. Give him a discount. He a painter. I was like, you know, my total went from like 43 down to 35. I said, well, goddamn. Amen, Jesus, you know. So, you know, I'm feeling better. You know, I'm just gonna kind of maybe pray, you know, meditate, you know, just try to you know, my mom's like, no, you're not staying till Friday. I'm evicting you on Wednesday. So I had like really bad stress. That's what she does. She calls me and says anything depressing she can, and then hang up the phone. And now it'll be in 3 minutes, you know. And I was like, wow, Mom, you know, like, you hate me that much. I said, well, why did you give birth to me then? You know, you could have gave me up for adoption for that, to put me through all this after I had $4,000 in back taxes, $4,000 in car insurance money, you know, like I've been working. I mean, cause I paid for my car note. I was working. You know, I had my own apartment. You know, I had my own job. I had steady. I lose a job, but I get a job. I never stay unemployed for longer than a month. You know what I mean? Even then, I'm filling out job applications, cause that's part of, you read autism. It's hard for them to find a good job. You know, unless people understand he got autism. You know, he gotta, you know, get on his schedule. You can't really bother him too much. If you get a little bothered, he get real bothered, you know. But with me, shit, you see this finger, these little nubs. I work my finger down to the bone, you know, 'cause that's what I believe in. You know, I'm like, shit, if you're gonna do something, you might as well do it right. That's what's wrong with this country. You know, people want to half-ass. They don't want to do the work. You know, and that take me back to, you know, the slaves. They didn't have no choice. You know, they had it. They caught hell and high water for slim to none. You know, but do you see black people these days like, hell no. Come on now, let's go. Come on, baby. We going to Popeye's Chicken. Shit, and go to work. You know, black folks go to work. You know, had their own business. Shit, it be the nicest salon you seen up in there. Look like goddamn. They ain't got shit like that in Europe. You know, no, right over here in ATL, Georgia. You feel me? You know, excuse me. I was watching Love and Hip Hop the other night. Shit, on the VIP status. You know, right over there in Stone Mountain or whatever. So, yeah, I've been rambling enough, but I just want to say, you guys, you know, get close to each other. Stop fighting over foolishness, you know. And black people, if we gonna be bad and gangster, we gonna protect our hood, you know. You gonna protect your block, you know. You gonna make sure don't nobody walk up on her that don't look crazy, like, you know, got like camouflage hat on, and, you know, some unkept beard from the wilds of West Virginia, and you ain't never been to PG County ever before in life, you know, like. And furthermore, it's Misha, Tisha, Nisha, Shaniqua, Tanya, Latasha, Tanisha, you know, and you ain't said hello to not near one of them. And these is the VIPs on the block. Shit, they done head to toe. Shit, hair down to their waistline, nails done. And what you looking for? What's your point of reference? Anyway, um, I hope I didn't offend. But I'm in a better mood. You know, I don't know how to edit videos yet because I'm a little slow, and I just do like vlogs. You know, like I was watching on the movie Avatar, that they you know, talk to the camera or whatever, and I'm just really hurt. I miss my friend, my buddy, so much. Me and Chris Humphreys. I was like, oh, hey, Chris Humphreys. I love me some Chris Humphreys. That's my homie. Like, I be writing to Chris Humphreys on Instagram. I like sign all his pictures, you know. And I'm silly. I don't know why I like Chris Humphreys so much. And I call him Frankenstein. But you know, I like Chris Humphreys and you know, Gabby Sedabay. You know, Gabby Sedabay, and you know, just hurt my feelings or whatever. But I mean, he's like I said, you know, his brother said hello or whatever. But I don't need to talk to nobody, brother. Like, this is fucking free ass internet. You know, you can do Facebook Messenger. Hi, how you doing? You not alone? Let's kick it. Filters or whatever. Like, why I gotta be up in here looking crazy? Don't worry, I'm on Tinder popping. You know, Tinder popping. Bling, bling, bling. That's what my Tinder name is, bling, bling, because my Tinder's popping. You know, I don't want to be on Tinder popping. You know, I just want to, you know, hang out with my friend, my buddy, and somebody to like me for who I am and not nitpick at me every little thing I do. You know, lemonade's too hot. You know, cotton's too cold, you know, and then like, oh shit, how dare you do that sewing? You're sewing with the pink thread, aren't you? You know, making me feel bad, you know, feel bad for just, you know, like Lady Gaga say, shit, I was born this way. You know, I'm no different from the day I done got on this earth. I've been me since I was goddamn 3 feet high, you know. That's all I can do and all I can be is me. And that's what they tell black folks, you know. Oh, shit, you running around here with that nappy hair and them fucking dashikis and shit on. Who you think you are? King Baba Juju from the tribe of the Zulu? I don't think so. Shit, you can perm your hair and put on some high heels and a necktie, and then you can get your ass a job. Or you running around here all wild and free. That don't sit right with me, you know. So, you know, I'm trying to take it too personally and, you know, I don't know. Everything ain't for everybody, you know. And somebody ain't feeling you, you know. I ain't no stalker now. I'm like, to the left. But I can't say I'm not a little upset because I met somebody I was really, you know, I just, you don't expect much from life. You don't expect much from people, and you won't get disappointed, you know. So I just hope one day I'll figure it out, and then maybe I can, go back to Japan like I wanted to, because I've been to Japan before. Watashi wa Nihongo ga skoshi wakarimasu. Watashi wa Nihongo ga Nihonjin, Nipponjin, Gaijin, Shinjuku dori wa doku desu ka? I desu ka? Ikaga desu ka? Genki. Genki ja arimasen. Wakata. Wakata. Onagata. Onagata. Inari. So I don't speak much Japanese, but that's like, something I know. But I'm sleepy now. Like I just get so drained from that. It's just like I didn't really do any drawing today, and I've wanted to make one more bag, and I still didn't finish my first bag. It's just the pouch of it, but I have to do because I didn't make it right. So I make the next one, but I want it to be like a cinch bag so that it hangs like this and it has like big things or whatever. Because I drew it, but I don't know how to construct it. Like I wanted somebody to like teach me how to sew or like know about construction. Because I'm like a really messy artist. Like all my art is like super freaking messy. I'm like, that's okay. That's my thumbprint. Because I'm a dude. So my stuff is like my stuff is like messy, like it's my thumbprint or whatever. And I have a big thumbprint and it's not all precise and neat and super, do. I'm like, shit, I did it though. I got it. You see it? Boom. You can see it though, And you know, so that's it, that's it. That's about as much as I can say for the day. I've got to lay down. And take a nap. Go to sleep. I don't go to sleep because I don't sleep well. And that's why I'll be so sad, because I'm like, I have autism real bad, so I don't sleep at night, And then when I sleep, I've been like passing out recently from like just sadness, exhaustion, and I wake up and I'm like, I've got anxiety. Where's my dog? Shucks. They're shooting. There's another shooting. And then it's like, instead of calming my anxiety, I'll like, well, Mom, how much longer can I stay here in this, wonderful place I live? And she's like, Wednesday, okay, or you can come back home, you little fucker. And I'm like, well, Mom, you just cussed at me, and then I'll fight you back, and then you'll call the police on me, like you did last time. And so